All right, today is Tuesday, July 11th. I'm making this video, so I got kicked off YouTube like, I don't know, last Friday or whatever it is. That's why you guys haven't heard from me. I don't think I'm allowed back on until Friday, so I've been having an extremely hard time. I'm going to shift the focus right now of my channel back over to the real life abuse and trauma in my family. I have what feels like the world against me right now. I'm going to call out all of these abusers. I'm going to call out everything that they're doing. I'm going to talk about my grandmother. I'm going to talk about my brother. I'm going to talk about my ex-wife. I'm going to talk about all of them. I'm going to put them all on blast because this is my real life example. They want to say I'm crazy. They want to say I'm lazy. They want to say I'm out of my mind. They want to say I'm a liar. They want to say I'm a manipulator when they're the ones that are causing all these issues because they refuse to heal, because they refuse to face their own demons, face their own shit and fix it. They are living in fantasy land. Every single one of them are living in complete fantasy land. And you may think, well, Richard, leave them alone. That's fine. Let them do whatever they want to do. No, because it is affecting those below them. It is affecting those that supposedly they say they love. They are gaslighting and manipulating and living in illusions. And because of that, they are hurting extremely badly those around them who are trying to change and fix their shit. So they will all be called out. Also, I will be putting, people have been contacting us. So I want to also get other real life examples of people being abused. I am not, when I do call out my family, I will not be using anything that any one of these kids are saying to me. They aren't telling me anything. They won't even talk about their abusers because they're afraid to, because their abusers have already put in their head that they're manipulative and liars and that they're crazy. So these kids won't even talk to me about this shit, okay? And I don't ask them about this shit, but I see what's happening and I see what they're doing, and I was able to hear and witness for myself these things. So I will be putting out exactly what I know, not what anybody told me. But yeah, so we're going to uncover this because the way these people, they're like cockroaches, okay? They come out when the lights are off. When the light's shining on them, they hide. They divert, they manipulate, they shift blame, they twist things around. It's completely narcissistic behavior, and this narcissistic behavior comes from being hurt. This narcissistic behavior is a defense mechanism. This narcissistic behavior is part of the ego, is the ego. That's how they're protecting themselves. So it's completely natural. The way even though how utterly disgusting these people are responding, it's a completely natural defense mechanism. And what I want to do is I'm going to point it out. I'm going to point it out so that way everybody can see, and you'll see in your own life how this applies in your own life, how maybe you're being abused or maybe how you're abusing others. And it's probably working both ways. If you have not healed, then it's definitely working both ways. You're most likely an abuser and being abused. So, I've been having a very extremely rough time because my daughter came over here the other day and her mom had unleashed on her saying that, I was saying all kinds of things that my daughter, but it's a tactic. It's a manipulation tactic. And my ex-wife does not care if my daughter dies. She doesn't care if she suffers and dies right in front of her eyes, just as long as when my daughter dies, all my ex-wife's secrets can be buried with her. Same thing with my grandmother. My grandmother does not care about anybody other than herself. She said it her whole life. The most important thing is to be happy. Do whatever you have to do to be happy. Yet she goes around and gaslights and tells people she loves them, that she only talks to, once a year, once every few years. Again, gaslighting, manipulation tactics, because, they love to gossip. So we're going to get all this out. I'll get it more clear. I'm really having a hard time right now. Major anxiety, not depression, but major anxiety, like the crippling, debilitating anxiety, the stress it's been putting me under. Also, something I don't think I've even gone into yet is HSPs, which is a highly sensitive person, which is what I am. I'll give the background on that, but basically any plus my ADHD and autism and whatever other stupid, names they want to come up with for this sensitivity shit. I need to get it out, because what happened was I took people in, and along with them came their baggage from the places that they're at with extremely highly toxic, abusive situations. And it made me, because I'm a highly sensitive person, I could feel what they were feeling and going through. And I didn't, and because these narcissists were using the manipulation tactics of, oh, you're talking behind my back. Oh, you won't confront me. Oh, you're manipulating a line. Oh, that's not how it really is. So they're playing those games, and with these people that I love, that are innocent, that have been abused and traumatized. And so it made me, after getting cut off YouTube, losing my voice there, and then this with multiple family members, it drives me crazy, because the only thing I have is my voice. That's it. The only thing I have is truth in my voice. And I refuse to shut the fuck up for any of you cock-sucking motherfucking pieces of shit. Lazy, fucking ignorant, fucking scared, fearful little cockroaches. That's what all of you are. And I'm not bowing to any of you pieces of shit, because none of you deserve anything until you start facing your shit, admit your wrongdoings, and start healing. Period. So I think that's the biggest thing. I think it brought back a lot of childhood trauma, not being able to speak. The past couple of days, being overwhelmed with everybody's emotions and sensitivities, and the trauma and baggage they were carrying from all these narcissistic abusers. So yeah, I'm going to start getting this out, and like I said, we're getting everything I know out. This is not to hurt any of my family members. I thought I knew what love was. I thought my family loved me. I thought I loved them. But as I've done this healing, I realized I had no clue what actual love was. I mean, like I said, these people throw love around. It's just a 4-letter word. They say they love their car. They say they love their dog. They say they love their house. They say they love their TV program. They say they love their phone. They say, and then they tell their kid, and they say that about everything more often than they'll ever tell their kid. So, yeah, I got to get this out, because I have a lot of young people over here that are being suppressed and abused and manipulated and controlled from further away. And they still have not realized the fact that the only way to get away from this type of abuse is to cut everybody off. That's all you can do. Until these other people start healing, you have to cut them off, because you will continue to be abused. It's not going to end. Narcissists freak out when they are losing control of you. They freak out. They will be vindictive, manipulative, lie, like I said, do whatever they can, gossip, spread whatever rumors they want. They will blow up anything you've ever done wrong in your life. They will take those, few examples and just plaster them everywhere and just make that seem like that's the type of person you are. Again, I'm not hating these people, but I hate what they're doing. It is absolutely evil. It is completely evil, selfish, nasty, disgusting. It is beyond anything that anybody would consider appropriate in an open, honest setting. It is only allowed because of groupthink with a bunch of other narcissists who are all hurting, who have all refused to do their healing, who are all playing along, who are all doing, living this materialistic 3D fucking illusion. And, some of them have, fortunately for themselves, been able to get a pretty good existence out of this. But we have to remember that in this kind of material world, for some people to rise to the top and live well in a materialistic society, consumerist society, there are multiple people crushed. So I think that's good for right now. This is my first video since last Friday or Thursday, whenever it was. Again, this is being made on Tuesday, the 11th. And I had to go ahead and get this out. My son ran out with the kids, so it gave me some time to get this out. There's just been a lot of weight on me, man. I barely made it through the past few days. I mean, when you become an individual like this, it's very hard to even, and you're breaking free, it's very hard to even live, because what's the point? What are you living for? You're giving up all these material possessions. You're giving up all your attachments. You're giving up everything that's grounded you, right? All the crazy shit that's grounded you, all the games, all the lies, all the fabrications, all the illusions that have grounded you. So it's freeing at one time, but it's also absolutely devastating at another. And then getting back to the fasting, I'll have to go over it. I've been eating every day, but I eat, I'm only eating fruit. But my anxiety is so high, my physical symptoms were unreal. It felt like I was having a heart attack. It felt like I was going to pass out constantly. I couldn't breathe. Again, this all comes from being a highly sensitive person, which I'm going to do a video on that and go into more on that. See, even when I make these videos, I can feel my family like a bunch of flying monkeys with their evil intentions and their evil manipulations and their gossip and whatever entities they worship. I can feel those energies. I can feel what's going on. And that might sound absolutely fucking wild to some people, but I know other people that will resonate completely with, because there are many millions of people like me, millions upon millions, hundreds of millions, if not billions of people like me. Because think about it, guys, out of the world, there's only a top, 1% that's making it in this world materially with nothing to worry about. The rest, 99 out of every 100 of us, are fucking suffering beyond belief in our own ways, quietly, having to make our own fantasies and stack up our lives in our copes in order to survive. So yeah, I will be shifting the focus on my channel back over to my real life experiences and what's going on with my family and other people. Hopefully, other people start speaking up. I like to get other people's testimonies as to their abuse and how and their trauma and how it has affected them and their family dynamics. So I'm looking forward to doing this because I've really been bogged down and stressed out and, like I said, anxiety beyond belief.